Okay, so we will try to look for good setups. Okay, so the first step is always you go to your daily time frame. You look for these big candles like this one from 2 June. You anticipate that this you will see some big candles like this tomorrow. Okay, not today. So like today there's this doji candle forming, so there's a probability that price won't be able to break this high, so it has created a double top and it will create a big candle tomorrow. Okay, so tomorrow we may be looking for sells. Okay, so next step, once you see daily, right now the daily is bullish and our zones of interest would be this. Why this? If you do something like this, if you see there is no wick below this candle, right, below 3288, so there's a very high probability that price will come here to take out the liquidity from there. Okay, so I am anticipating a big red candle tomorrow which can come down here, take liquidity from here, then we will decide if we want to go up or go down, something like that. It could be just a wick, but there's a probability, right? Then next you go to 4 hours. On 4 hours you want to see clean structures. Okay, not structures like this structure is a messy. Okay, there is one candle up, second candle down, one candle up, second candle down, one candle up, second candle down. This is a messy structure, you don't want this. You want something like this. Keep price is ranging, price started coming up from here, it created a double top here, but it shows that price and see how slowly price is coming down, right? So if you want to take a sell on right here. Once this red candle is formed, this one, then you take a sell from this candle. Okay, anticipating just like here, first red candle engulf and then sells from second red candle. Here first red candle engulf for start of the trend, sells from here second candle. Likewise here also first red candle sells from second candle. So here also we got first red candle sells from second candle. Okay, so always if you want to buy, you look for green candles like this. First green candle, now you find a continuation here. First green candle, then you find a continuation here. First green candle, then you find a continuation over here. You didn't know, right, कि ये this projection will happen, so you can look for buy continuation here. Okay, so always this is the first rule. If I want to buy here, I want to see some, I want to see at least 2 3 H4 candles, green H4 candles, right, before I buy, because you see this pattern, like it took external liquidity from here, it mitigated some zone at the left side, we don't know what, and then it came aggressively down. Okay, it broke this immediate structure as well. So there's a probability that tomorrow price will try to pull back here, close this imbalance, and then go down here. Down here, why? Because see, there's no wick here, so there's a probability now this demand zone will act. And if you want to plot correctly, then this is your complete demand, last H4 candle. Okay, now I'll show you how to check for entries. So the first, so the best way, like we discussed, we'll see where we can find entries. Okay, so I'm gonna mark this zone. So here I will mark this because first green candle has been printed. So now we want to look for continuation buys here, we want to look for continuation sells here, then we want to look for, again it will come down, it will print one candle, and then we will try to find continuation buys in this area. Likewise, we are still in buy, no red candle, then red candle prints here, then we find a continuation sell here, and then we find a continuation buy in this region, because price did that, right? So now let's go to 30-minute time frame. This is our entry time frame, and this is what we will always look for. See, now this is our first example. Okay, so in our first example, price created, you can clearly see that price first broke a structure point here, right? Then it moved up, it moved down. If you wanna see the session timings, they also go very well with this. So in Sydney Asia session, price was trying to create the first H4 candle. So now second H4 candle was printed. Yes, now once this H4 candle is printed, we are going to look for continuation buys, okay, all the time. So once you have this, I will wait here, this is the red candle, okay, which came down. So this is a stop, this is a pause in buy order flow. So the next few candles are doji, and then there is small red candle, and there's this big green candle. So this type of candles are usually my entries, but I want those candles to close somewhere around here only, okay, so that my stop loss would be something like this. But since this candle closed way above, I did not take this. We can ignore this one. We can wait for the next engulfing candle, 30-minute engulfing candle. So we see that price went up, and then in London session it took three 30-minute candles to come down, and this fourth candle, this will be a perfect example of trade. Okay, this once this 30-minute candle closes, you immediately enter buy with a stop loss below that 30-minute candle itself, because we are trading the momentum. We want to buy the price when price is going up. We don't want to buy when it is coming down somewhere here, okay, right now. So this is like a very good approach. You take 2 or 3 hour according to whatever. If you are struggling, take 2 hour. If you have some bandwidth, or if you have some momentum and the trend is good, you keep an open TP. But anyway, then you look for the same thing again and again. Then price went up, it stopped at the end of London session, then again this H4 this 30-minute candle was printed, right? So you enter right away at the engulfing candle, stop loss below here, and take 2 hour, something like this. It will give you 2 hour. Then again you wait for price to retrace. It retraced, and then on this 30-minute candle, engulfing 30-minute candle, you go for 2 hour. See how effective it is. 1.99 hour. It's just luck. You have to take your TPs accordingly, okay. So now you wait for this, and then see how H4 red candle has printed here, and we mark this zone uh, completely basis on H4, okay. So H4 is our criteria, and like I said, when H4 candle must have closed red somewhere around here. And see this candle in Asia session, it went up, it took liquidity from all this area, and this engulfing candle was printed. So once this engulfing candle was printed, you enter a sell like this, 2 hour pe fixed TP. It works very well for 2 hours, because in this choppy market, if the market is trending, you can just bindas, you can get much better entries, okay. So that was that. Then price came down, and it became very choppy in London session here, so we can ignore that. Then there was this pullback, it took liquidity from this equal highs, you can say. See this, all this liquidity was taken, and there is huge red candle. So this is also a one kind of entry, but since this candle is too big, we may not be able to get 2R, right? No. So likewise, we saw the one example before as well, right, where this candle was here, this candle was too big, that's why we didn't take it. So here also this candle was too big, that's why we didn't take it. If you wanna take it, you can take it, and but be aware, or you can try to squeeze in your 2R as early as possible. So if you look, there's this trend line is coming, okay, this is a big trend line. So you know that there will be a rejection at this point. So in case you want to take this trade, you have to first, if you take the trade like this, you have to first clear your targets. If I see a logical target would be this zone here, untested zone, right? See how perfectly that is being aligned here. So you take your uh, TP right here, and then before, once this candle is closing, you stretch your this entry as up as possible. So here, if you stretch it till here, you get 2R. So you place a limit here. Instead of entering right away after the candle, you place your limit here for the 2R TP. Then you get good risk reward. Okay, I'll not consider that trade though. So now in this area we are again looking for buys, right, because this H4 green H4 candle has been printed in this area. So now we are looking for buys. See, same thing here. If you, okay, let's see when was this H4 candle was closed. And usually I get good setups in London session and Asian session. I don't chase good this sessions. Okay, this is, yeah, this is new day candle. Okay, so technically this at least till 3:30 you are not going to get any setups. We will be sleeping at that time. So let's just come here, let's see. So you won't take anything here because it's end of day first. Okay, plus this is Friday, so ignore this noise. So now on Monday, see Monday how clean this break was, right? This was your last push to the downside, then price came up, broke this structure to the upside, then did a small pullback. And if you see here in this pullback, do you see any 30-minute engulfing candle until this candle? None of these candles before this are like good engulfing candle gives, which gives us the confidence that price is going to go up, right? So you won't take any trade here, you won't take any trade here, because this is just a start of pullback. Even if you take, it's okay, okay, this is just one loss. But if you use common sense, you know that price pushed from here till here, so price will try to retrace to 50% level. This is the 50% line, red line. Okay, this orange line is the 50% line. So to at least you wait for 50% retracement, and then once you get the retracement here, you right away as the close of this candle you enter, stop loss below 2R, done. Sometimes see how fast prices in Asian session. So you have to be very fast, you have to be very attentive in cases like this. You get your 2R, then prices going up. Okay, if you are lucky you will get all this target. If you are strict at 2R, but it's a win. Then again you will wait here, next day started, London session started. See, there's no engulfing candle, no engulfing, and right after the close at 16:30 you get this engulfing candle, right after this engulfing candle, enter, stop loss below 30-minute candle, take profit at 2R. Played out perfectly. Then you wait here again, you see the price has been moved out. Now this is very choppy area, right? In choppy area you wait for an engulfing candle, you wait, and then at this 12 o'clock, रात को 12 बजे, you get this huge engulfing candle, right? But like we discussed, since this is a huge engulfing candle, there's a probability that price that's a huge one, right? So what I'll do, I'll just keep my entry here. Okay, first I'll try to why here, because see, this is our sell to buy zone. Here sell to buy, so यहाँ पे entry, but this trade was never triggered, so ignore. Then you see, then price started making bearish engulfing from right here. Okay, so there's a context to this. Why are we printing bearish engulfing from this top, right? If you go to H4 again, you see there's this zone. Okay, on this chart there is not. Let me see Onda ka chart. Right, yeah, okay, see this Onda chart, there was this huge supply candle, doji supply candle right here, and that's where we started getting this engulfing candles. Okay, see this buy also, it was a good decisions to ignore because there was a supply right up here, so you would ignore such buy positions. So once here you see this engulfing candle has started printing, now we go back to our zone because वहाँ पे we had found out our opportunities to enter, right? Now here, so your first H4 candle has been printed somewhere here and we want to look for an entry here, right? Price came down, it broke this structural low, and then there was this pullback. After this pullback, it's all about momentum, guys, it's all about momentum. See this doji candle, and this was the engulfing candle which got printed right after that doji candle, which gives us the confidence that now price going to continue lower to our done. Then this is the price action. So in real time your TP would be hit like this, then you would wait. It's just a start of London, wait. If you see here, this has become very choppy, but in a way this is a structural point, right? So this green candle, if you see a move from here to here, this was the pullback, then this was the stop, and this was your 30-minute engulfing, right? So if you enter right here, stop loss right above, and oh my god, see, I don't know if you will be in this trade or not, but this is how it played. If you wanna be, you don't know, right? We are following 30-minute candle highs, so you don't know if price will going to go above that high or not, but most probably, oh no, we didn't. So we hit our target right over here only. So this push started from here, then it went up, then went up to entry, and this push TP hit, and then after this price came back, so this was also a valid trade. So now price did a huge push to the downside, it took some imbalance from here, mitigated that, created first H4 candle, and now we decided to look for buys here, right? So here ये buy पे तो I also took the buy like this here, but that was my mistake. I should have not, because we decided we will not buy when the price is falling. We usually want to buy immediately right after the M30 engulfing, like something like this or something. Then but I took it anyway and I lost it, so that's that. Then price was very choppy in this area, but if you follow the plan, if you see price came down slowly, pushed it here, mitigated some demand zone here, then printed this M30 engulfing. Then you could have entered like this with your TP at 2 hour basis on this M30 candle, right? This one 1130, but price would push something above and then price come back later, hit your stop loss, take out all this liquidity from downside, and then again stopped here. See, you have to understand the story that price came down here, took the liquidity, it was a demand zone, right? Extreme demand zone, stopped here, created a doji candle, give us a confirmation that there is an indecision, and then printed a green candle which looks like an engulfing candle but was not an engulfing candle. But you can take this or you can ignore this, it's up to you. It's up to all those factors, like if you are in profit you would take a risky entry, if you are not, you would not take a risky entry like that. But it worked, right? So right after that it worked, then we went up, we went right up above to this major supply zones here right at the top. And then when price was, do we have anything? No. Then price started pulling back, came back up, started pulling back, it became choppy, then started, this is all night ka price action, so we can ignore this. See, even when volatility is very low, right? Even when volatility is low, there are good trades. So you see these two candles were the pullback, this second candle did not engulf it, this third candle engulfed it, right? So if you enter right on just on the basis of this third candle and you take a your 2 hour, some trades even work like this. But keep in mind this is like रात को 10 बजे, okay? But some trades work like this. The whole premise of this is that you enter when there is buying momentum. So price came back down here in the next Sydney session. See this engulfing candle, right at this engulfing candle you can enter with stop loss below, targeting or 2 hour. See, यहाँ पे 2 hour price was very choppy, this would have been a very difficult trade, but it did work out at the end and it did give us a profit, right? Then once your price came back down here, if you apply a fib, I use fib to find out the zone where I should be looking for these candles usually, okay? So if I get rid of this, clean the chart a little bit, so this push came, started from here, went up here, then this became choppy, so naturally price will come back to the 50% zone. And see how, matlab, this is all in front of you guys, right? This engulfing candle created high like this, entered here, 2 hour hit. If you want, if you are confident in trade momentum, if you see that price has broken some retracement like this as well, then huge M30 was printed, then again a M30 engulfing was printed just like this. Again you can take a re-entry, an additional entry on top of existing entry, again target 2 hour, any whatever. Then price went up, then price took liquidity from this zone, then our first M30 candle was printed right here, M30 candle was printed. So now let's go back to H4, we are waiting for one H4 candle to print. So one H4 candle was printed right here. This started on 7:30 19:30. So after 19:30 यहाँ पे somewhere 19, this is 19:30. So this candle is the close of this first H4 candle. Now you will be looking for sells because our H4 candle has been closed as sell. So our next possible trade would be after this candle was printed. So you put your, this is an engulfing candle, right? But see how big of this candle is. Did it give 2 hour? I would not take 2 hour. I would kind of target this low, or even this low can be target. You know why? Because price went up. If you check H4, price went, see how slowly price was going up, like choppiness, then took H for liquidity, and then impulsively came down. So this is a signal that we want to go even deeper, because we want to look for price action like this, where prices climbing up, right? Green, 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 red, 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 red. These are very ideal price action. This is not an ideal price action to trade. I think tomorrow will be an ideal price action for sells. Okay, and those sells will be until this point. So tomorrow what I will do, even right now I am doing, I am looking for the same thing. I am looking for a H for M30 engulfing candles. So this would be your first trade, but since we discussed, like this is our third example where we have a huge M30 candle and you don't want to TP it very high. If you want to TP it like on this low, and if you enter here you don't get 2 hour, but if you stretch your entry a little bit above to make 2 hour like this, now you have 2 hours. So price would retrace up till here, enter 2 hour hit, you're good. So this was the whole strategy that I use, and this is a very simple strategy, guys, to be honest. Like I have simplified it at to the best of my knowledge. First look for a green H4 candle, then look for green M30 candles, engulfing candles, to enter a buy. Okay, for sells you look for first H4 red candle, then after in the making of second H4 red candle you look for M30 bearish engulfing candles for sells. So here what I am doing right now is I am anticipating that the price is going to go down. So now I am looking for sells, and sells, what is the best position to look for sells is put a Fibonacci from top to bottom, mark your 50% zone here. Right now I will try to look for a M30 engulfing in this area. Okay, so we are anticipating that price will do some time pass tomorrow morning or something, we will get an entry, and then something like this a trade can play out. Okay, so this is how I trade, this is my strategy, this is very simple. I think you can also try to follow the same. The only thing that I could not explain to you guys is my experience and my instinct and the understanding of candles that I have developed from years of my experience, that I could not tell you because I don't know how to tell that, right? So but this is like the simplest way I have put it, and you can test this strategy for this complete year. This year was a fantastic year, right from the start of 25. Test this strategy right from here, you're gonna love this. I have done this already, I know this strategy works like a charm, and it's very simple and very easy to follow, very rule based. Okay, so yeah, and also always look for entries right after the close of M30 candle. Okay, because when the momentum is strong, if you miss by just 1-2 minutes, you're gonna miss the entry, price is going to go. And if that happens, keep this in mind, never ever chase a trade, because in this short period of time from 29th to this, like even in just 2 weeks, I've showed you so many winning trades, right? If you miss a trade today, there is going to be a trade tomorrow, remember this. So never rush. Okay, and yeah, that is it. I will share if I take any trade tomorrow in this area. This would be a very lovely area to take a sell trade, and I will share that setup in our group, and I will keep making videos like this. I will ask you guys to um do a small assignment for practice, like make 100 200 examples like this, which I just did, like if I'll give you an example of and how to make a example like that. So suppose you're back testing and you found out this trade. So what are the confluences for this trade? What is going on in my mind? That is what I am going to write here. So first is price here impulsively broke the structure. Price impulsively broke structure. This is the first pointer, right? Then you see, you put a Fibonacci. Okay, then the price retrace 50%. You why did I put a Fibonacci from here? Because the momentum kicked in from here. Even though the original move started from here to break this structure, but the momentum kicked in from here, right? So this is also a valid point. Price, okay, then what do you look for? You look for an M30 engulfing candle. So this entered after M30 engulfing, and your TP would be 2R. Okay, so I would encourage you guys to look to make 100, 200, 500, thousands of example like this, store it in a folder, and then whenever you feel less confident, you feel in doubt or anything, you go to that folder and you open each example and you check and read all these things. Then you will come to know ki I have already back tested this strategy on this particular asset for years and years of data, months and months, years of data. So I know if I just follow this mechanical strategy, I will be profitable. The only thing that is stopping us from being profitable is our discipline, our patience, our this personality traits, like psychological traits. So you, once you feel like you are confident enough, then you can trade positively and without any hesitation. But whenever you are not confident, then these examples, these hundreds of examples are going to help you remember the strategy. I've done this hundred of time. I have traded this setup, like I've recently started this trading this setup for few months. Since last few months I also was like very confused and like checking structure and checking. I didn't have any entry criteria, but I when I come up with this, is like it was a game changer for me. I hope this will be a game changer for you as well, and then let's see how it plays out. Okay, chalo, thank you guys.